Chenganur, a small municipal town in central Kerala. Not many would have heard of this place till now. A resident of this town, Saritha Nair, has put Chenganur on the national map. Her claim to fame, two fake companies known as Team Solar Energy Solutions and Swiss Solar. Used to cheat several people by collecting many crores of rupees from them, promising to install solar power plants.
Though Saritha Nair was arrested once before, it did not get much publicity. Only when she was picked up in the solar scam did people in her hometown of Chenganur realize that it was the girl next door. This ancestral house of Saritha Nair has been locked up for many years as she moved on under the assumed name of Lakshmi Nair, moving from town to town in search of newer victims and big bucks.
But this solar scam is just the tip of the iceberg. Saritha Nair, a fake lobbyist, a con artist, has much more to her credit. It's a story of deceit, sleaze, web of allegations and half-truths. A scandal that has reached right to the doorstep of the head of the state. The tale of deception first came to light on June 3, 2013, with the arrest of Saritha Nair, alias Lakshmi. A 35-year-old attractive con woman, the co-owner of the solar racket. Arrested for cheating a businessman based near Kochi of over 40 lakhs. By promising to install a mega solar power project for him. But this is not the first time that Miss Nair was executing a con job with such conviction. And she was not the only player.
So people like Saritha Nair and Biju Radhakrishnan, who are actually fraudsters and who are donning the mantle of entrepreneurs or some real estate agents or something, they are getting the same treatment where in Delhi the people like big business house employers are getting. So this being is small states, even such incidents happen regularly. I think these guys are misusing that freedom they are getting in the minister's office and all. Even the ministers, I think at least some ministers, I am not sure about everybody, at least some ministers and some MLAs have confessed that they were not even aware of the intention of this. They were seeing them as serious entrepreneurs and who are working in new age technologies like solar, wind farm and solar panels and all.
The second racketeer, Biju Radhakrishnan. On June 17, Biju was arrested from Coimbatore in connection with the murder of his wife Reshmi in 2006. Biju wanted to live with Saritha, which his second wife opposed.
Though it was alleged that Biju Radhakrishnan had murdered his first wife and there were 14 cases of cheating pending against him, he had enough clout even in the last left-run government to elude the law. He is the mastermind and the chief strategist of the solar scam, using Saritha Nair as a front to gain access to the corridors of power.
The script took a dramatic turn when Biju dragged the names of Saritha and former minister and actor K.B. Ganesh Kumar into the muck. Earlier, Ganesh's wife had accused him of having an extramarital affair, and once again, Ganesh is not the only top politician allegedly involved. It all began in the second week of June, when details of phone calls made by two staff members of Chief Minister Oommen Chandy to Sarita went public. By now, the UDF government in Kerala was firmly dragged into the sleaze scandal.
These are all allegations. Mr. Sridharan Nair came to my office and met me with a group of people. He was the president of the Quarry Association. Then their association's members were also present. In their presence, he gave me a representation regarding their problems.
A crime-ridden life complete with sinister plots and devious plans. Sarita used 6 aliases while reportedly in close relationships with many millionaires and businessmen in the state. She went by the name of Mumtaz in a majority of cases.
അതൊന്നും നമ്മളോട് പറയാറില്ല. ഇവിടെ പൈസ അന്വേഷിച്ച് വരുമ്പോൾ ഞാൻ സരിതനെ ഫോണിൽ വിളിച്ച് പറയും, സരിത ഇത് ഇവിടെ കസ്റ്റമർ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്, പൈസ കൊടുക്കാൻ എന്തിനാണെന്ന് അറിയില്ല, അതൊന്നും കറക്റ്റായിട്ട് അത് കൈകാര്യം ചെയ്യും സരിത, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടാവട്ടെ, പൈസ ചോദിച്ചൊക്കെ വരുമ്പോൾ നാണക്കേടാവില്ലെന്ന് ഇങ്ങനെ പലപ്പോഴും പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ എന്നോട് പറഞ്ഞ് ചേച്ചി അത് ഞാൻ ശരിയാക്കാം ചേച്ചി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടുള്ള കാര്യം പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഞാൻ 60 ലക്ഷം രൂപ വരും ചേച്ചി ഇപ്പോൾ കടം വീട്ടിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇനി ഞാൻ പറ്റാവുന്നിടത്തോളം വീട്ടാം. പക്ഷേ എൻ്റെ കയ്യിലെല്ലാം പൈസ കാര്യങ്ങളെല്ലാം ബിജുവാണ് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നത്. ബിജുവിനോട് അത് സംബന്ധിച്ചാണ് ഞങ്ങൾ രണ്ടുപേരും കൂടി തെറ്റാനുണ്ടായിരുന്ന കാരണം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്.
Cops say Sarita would use a hidden camera to capture powerful people in compromising positions with her and then blackmail them for favors. Call data records from her phone show Sarita had people in the Chief Minister's office who would do anything for her. They included Chandy's most loyal and trusted secretaries. Records show that Sarita had exchanged hundreds of calls with these people in the days before her arrest. It was later proved that she was a regular visitor at Chandy's office and that she was held in awe and respect by people in the state secretariat. It was easy for the opposition to convincingly allege that several of the calls from Sarita to Chandy's aides were actually meant for him, for he had never kept a phone of his own.
If you examine the call list of those who were exposed, many of the calls were made after midnight and all. Whatever may be the reason they are telling outside, it is not that easy to believe that they were discussing serious business at that time of the day or something. So again, the money factor is also there, because many of the investors who have invested in this project and lost money are yet to come up with complaints, because they have lost black money, completely black money in the project. They were also searching for avenues to make this black money wide, and this man provided the platform. He offered them, he provided several schemes, and he said everything will be okay and you can trust me and invest me. For ensuring that the trust factor exists, he used his cards well. He is a friend of that minister, he is a friend of that personal secretary of this minister, and he even forged the letters to say that the company has the approval of the government and all. So thus he created a trust factor and then used that trust factor to convince people to invest their black money. So in a way, both of them have committed errors, committed crimes, because this black money investment is a crime.
God's own country now reeling under the solar heat. Starlets, sleaze, blackmail and murder forming the background of the mega scam. A government brought to its knees. A political party thrown completely into chaos. And suddenly, a third player emerged.
The biggest scam to hit Kerala in recent times, at least in terms of political impact, is now known as the solar scam. But there is a wind element to it too. The scamsters had allegedly taken some of the victims, promising them to set up windmills for them in the state of Tamil Nadu. They took potential investors on a conductor tour along this stretch between Nagarkoil and Tirunelveli. claiming that they had set up many of these plans. They also dropped the names of a few political bigwigs, saying that the company had set up plans for them too.
TV serial actress Shalu Menon. Said to be close to Biju, a claim she refutes. Some say the actress was with Biju the day he escaped. It has also been reported that Biju had introduced Shalu as his company's executive director to people he had taken money from. The trap was now laid. And the modus operandi was simple. Goodwill generated by an impressive clientele used to lure people. Identifying a vulnerable target, persuading him to invest lakhs of rupees in fictitious power projects. And unsuspecting victims fell into the trap. Three key players, gullible targets, and top men in the Kerala establishment in the dock. Two fraudsters had managed to con people across the state, brandishing claims of high-level connections, including the Chief Minister Oommen Chandy. The opposition had found the fodder they were looking for and were now baying for the Chief Minister's blood.
Now, afterthought, they are trying to implicate my role. But all the evidences are against them. These are all the second thought thing. So, I am not afraid of anything. My only question is there any wrong thing in the investigation? They can point it out. Up to this time, they have no complaint. They are not registering any complaint.
But what made this scandal this big, despite it being smaller in scale compared to other financial frauds? The woman at the center of the scam was said to be in constant touch with Chandy's secretary. The secretary and Sarita spoke frequently, and on one occasion she even took a potential victim whom she had later allegedly defrauded of rupees 40 lakhs to the Chief Minister's office.
This is the house of Malayalil Sridharan Nair, who runs a quarry unit and a rock crusher unit near Konni in Pathanamthitta district of South Kerala. The industry used to run up an electricity bill of over rupees 7 lakh every month. Naturally, he responded to an ad in a monthly offering to set up a solar power plant in Palakkad. Team Solar entered into an MOU with Malayalil Sridharan Nair. Little did he realize at that point in time that what looked like a decent business deal would eventually snowball into a huge political controversy, even rocking the state government.
A copy of the MOU.
The secretary had assured him that the solar scheme had the support of the government.
And my statement in the message.
The meeting reportedly took place in the conference room of the Chief Minister's office.
Okay. What about
The secretary, a small-time youth Congress worker turned Chandy's confidant, is now in custody. But the opposition claimed it was not the secretary that Sarita was in touch with, but the Chief Minister himself, because the number was being used by him. Sarita had unhindered access to the office. How could the Chief Minister not be in the know? What more, the director of Chandy's Public Relations Department had joined hands with the couple to cheat a man in Thiruvananthapuram. Not only the secretary, even the Chief Minister's bodyguard was speaking to her. There were hundreds of calls, back and forth, and some at odd hours of the night.
Oommen Chandy, who has always been hailed by our peers and even by the United Nations, by the foreign media, all for the transparency initiatives. has just fallen a victim of that transparency itself. So he repeatedly says in the press conferences, even now he is saying that there were lapses in his office and all. He admit that frankly and all. So I think that is a major reason. There was no control of, there was not a control, there was not a system, proper system in place in the Chief Minister's office. That is strange. There are some 30 or 35 people working in that office, and nobody knows what the other people is doing there. So even Oommen Chandy was unaware of the happenings there. That is what he is repeatedly confessing now. So I think in his bid to portray him as a very transparent and open leader who is accessible to all and sundry, so that is the way he portrays himself. He forgot the basic facts like how to set up a good office, how to set up a professional environment, how to put a system in place to aid the governance and all. So this is one aspect of this case.
Both Biju and Sarita have a history of criminal cases. The surprise accomplice in the solar panel scam was actress Shalu Menon, who initially managed to throw a red herring at the police by filing a complaint herself that she was also duped by Biju. However, with evidence emerging, she has been arrested and have reportedly told the police that she did indeed receive a share of the scam money, which she said she used in completing this house, the very house which became the focal point of controversy as several politicians, including the State Home Minister and a Union Minister of State, attending the housewarming ceremony.
Meanwhile, dancer and actress Shalu Menon was refused bail and sent to police custody in a cheating case. Arrested from a house near Kottayam for her links to the con couple who cheated people by offering them solar panels. Menon had allegedly given Radhakrishnan her card to leave the state. She'd also given him her mobile phone. Menon's mobile phone was recovered from Radhakrishnan, but she still claims that she had no role in the scam. However, a resident of Thiruvananthapuram registered a complaint against Menon, saying she had accompanied Radhakrishnan when he took more than Rs 20 lakh from the complainant.
This is a opposition conspiracy. First they thought that this is a very marginal majority for us. The government will not stand. Now they knew that the government will continue. The government is moving with the people. Development and care is our motto. Then they are afraid of me. So they are creating all these things, but the people will not support this.
A well thought out plot, planned down to the last detail. To siphon off millions from innocent investors, even claiming the backing of the establishment.
This is a opposition conspiracy. First they thought that this is a very marginal majority for us. The government will not stand. Now they knew that the government will continue. The government is moving with the people. Development and care is our motto. Then they are afraid of me. So they are creating all these things, but the people will not support this.
A beautiful con woman. An intelligent and ruthless fraudster murderer, and corrupt politicians falling prey. A mega scandal that has left Kerala embarrassed. Many say what is revealed is just the partial summary. And the story of this fraud is far from over.